This is the third video about Nights in White Satin. I'm going to call it Nights in White Satin with Jazz. How to play with jazz. Nights in White Satin, how to play with jazz on the Native American flute. Now the reason I'm using the term jazz is the only thing I can come up with. I didn't want to use accents, I didn't want to use the term enhancements. It's just my way of saying enhancements of trills, tongue trills, bends, and everything you do, because you're going to see more videos. I'm going to go back and do House of the Rising Sun with jazz, and possibly a few others, and when over the next year or 2 years, I'm going to introduce lots and lots of videos. 80% of those will be songs that everybody wants to have lessons on. 20%, y'all just put up with me making a little bit of noise and we're good. Alright, now if you would subscribe, that helps me to know that people like the videos, use the videos. Now leave a comment. I have activated all my comments, so you can leave a comment. I have to approve it first. If you want to leave a stupid comment, it's not getting on there. It's a waste of my time, your time. But anyway, if you don't like it, don't watch it. If you like it, there's going to be lots and lots and lots of videos on how to play this song, how to play that song. Here again, not how I play it. Well, yeah, it is. It's how I play it. I'm not telling you that you should play it that way. That this is just a starter, like Nights in White Satin is not perfect. It's not correct. The rhythm is not right. There's probably a note or two that's wrong. But, you know, who cares? It's close. So here we go. Nights in White Satin can be played and will be played on the background music. Oh Lord, I forgot the name of the background music for lessons, I believe. And if the flute says E, it's a Native American flute, Native American scale, then you can play with that background music. Professional background music, not me banging on a guitar. So, with that said, when you watch a video lesson, you play it same on an E flute. I get this question a lot. It's the same thing on, like harmonicas. If you want to change keys on harmonica, you pick up a different harmonica. Nights in White Satin on an E flute. If you go to A flute, the fingering is still all the same. And then today we're going to be on a G flute, and it's all the same. Alright, let me step forward. I'm not going to edit much today. I want to get outside and just see the sun, so let me lower this to where you don't have to look at my pretty face. And that's a joke. You just see my hands. I don't even have pretty hands. Alright. And here again I'm trying to adjust to the TV where you can see it. We're going to take it in sections, and there's really not that much here. One thing you will use a lot is this finger trill. I think it's called a finger trill. My terms are not correct because I haven't looked at the terminology lately, but we're going to do this. And if all you can do is, that's good. Eventually you will get to, you can do the same with this finger. Alright, so in the beginning, accents, jazz, whatever you want to call it, is like hot sauce, cayenne pepper, jalapeno peppers. You don't want to add too much to the meal, because if you add too much to the meal, then all of a sudden it's so hot, you don't want it, and it's probably going to be thrown away. Same with this. Nights in White Satin, you don't want to cover the melody up so bad and so often, all the way through the song, that Nights in White Satin sounds something like this that nobody recognizes. You know, nobody's going to know it. You're just moving your fingers, you're just making notes. So use the accent sparingly and just pick and choose what you like. Alright, on the beginning note, what you can try is just to bend in the first note of this. It's just bend off that note. Go down at one note, slide into it like that. Just slide into that note. And if you notice, I do a lot of that. It goes. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time today and on in the future being very, 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 very repetitive, because thanks to YouTube, YouTube, you do have a little pause button, and you can back up and watch it 1,000,000 times. And that saves me a lot of time on editing and on uploading videos. So that's one beginning, is that, where you just bend that note, put your finger over here if you like. There's probably another way. You can probably slide it across that way if you like. But I go that way. And use that pop. And the reason, if you want to use that finger trill, I believe it's called, without the bend, you can do that. You can just start on the note. All right, now another way, and really here again, make sure that they know what you're playing, and you just don't cover the melody up so bad that they just don't know what you're playing. Another way to start that song is to make a run. Now all I'm doing is going one note higher. That's the beginning note. I'm going to go up to that note and then come back and rest on that note, and I'm just going to do a run up and land on that note. Just like running from home plate to first. And you round first, and you're going to get thrown out, so you turn around and you run back to home to first plate, first base right quick. So I'm going to go first. I'm going to overrun first by a little bit. The guy throws the ball, and I've got to get back to first right quick. So it's like this. I do a lot of that. So here again, that's just running past the note, coming back and landing on that first base or that note. And that's 2 introductions. Now when you get to the part that goes, let's see. Okay, this part. Now when you do that, if you notice I did like that, if you assume there's a microphone right here, your mic is you're gonna fade on the mic, and you're gonna come in louder on the mic. And when you're playing in front of people, or at a flute circle with a mic in front of you, that gives you effect. You don't have to move, you can go. You don't want to overblow, but all right, so that is. And then, if you want to make the ending just a little pretty, I've already showed you this. You can do that, or you can go. Land on the note long enough until they recognize it. Now, when you do that, you can use that finger. Well, that doesn't sound good, so let's use that one. Here again, land on that note, stick on bass long enough in baseball so that you're there and they recognize the song. The upper part where it goes, oh how I love you, yes, cause I love you, oh how I love you. I don't mess with that because I think it's a pretty melody and I leave it alone and I want it to stand out. Videos coming out, 80% of them will be teaching videos on how to do this, how to do that, or suggestions. I'm not telling anybody to play like me. You take what you want from it, play like you want to play, make it your own song, and have fun with it. And I guess that's about it for the day. Y'all have fun, and here again, subscribe if you would. That helps me know that people are watching.